Good morning dear students. I welcome you all back to the class. Now let's move on to the second part of unit 3, that is amino acid metabolism. Hope you all have learnt enough regarding lipid metabolism. Now let's move on with amino acid metabolism. Hope you all have learnt what are amino acid and its classification, chemical nature and biological role. Now we'll see the metabolic pathways of amino acids. As the first part of amino acid metabolism, let's discuss regarding its general reactions. What are they? Transamination, deamination and decarboxylation. Transamination represents transferring amino group from one moiety to another moiety of amino acid. Deamination represents removal of amino group from amino acid. D represents deletion of amino group. What is decarboxylation? Removal of carboxyl group from an amino acid. So these are the common reactions observed in amino acid metabolism. Let's see the schematic representation of general reactions of amino acid. Observe, amino acid has amino group and carboxyl group. During deamination process, amino group as NH4 plus it is removed from the molecule and a keto acid is formed. Okay, so reaction of a water molecule to the amino acid group will eliminate amino group as its salt form, that is NH4 plus, and it gives keto acid. So amino acid is converted to keto acid by means of deamination. During transamination, amino acid, whatever it contains amino group, is transferred to keto acid to give another amino acid. That is transamination. What is oxidative decarboxylation? By means of oxidation process and decarboxylation, removal of carboxyl group is observed. Thereby amino acid is converted to amines by removal of carbon dioxide from it. And this type of reaction we could have observed in TCA cycle, oxidative decarboxylation, where alpha ketoglutarate and succinate molecules are involving. Observe the TCA cycle for oxidative decarboxylation. This is regarding general reactions of amino acids. Coming to transamination, here it is explained with an example along with its general reaction. So what is transamination? The amino group from amino acid is transferred to keto acid to give another amino acid by means of the enzyme transaminase or aminotransferase. Example, you can see from alpha ketoglutarate, an aminotransferase or pyridoxal phosphate is used to give glutamate. So from alpha ketoglutarate, glutamate is formed by means of some other amino acid to give keto acid. So keto acid to amino acid is formed, where amino acid is converted to keto acid. This is the concept of transamination. Amino acid is converted to keto acid, where that keto acid is converted to amino acid. That is transamination process. Let's move on to the second type of reaction, that is deamination. Deamination process occurs in two ways, that is oxidative deamination and non-oxidative deamination. Oxidative deamination involves with coenzyme NAD to NADH, that is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, which is present in the electron transport chain for oxidation process. So through electron transport chain, an amino acid is converted to keto acid by means of deamination process. Removal of amino group occurs by means of oxidative process. So this is called oxidative deamination. You can see the example where L-glutamate is converted to alpha ketoglutarate. Glutamate is amino acid, alpha ketoglutarate is keto acid. Here is non-oxidative deamination process, where amino acid is converted to keto acid by means of removal of amino group from it without any oxidative reaction involved in it. So here example for this is serine is converted to pyruvate. Serine is amino acid where pyruvate is keto acid. As intermediate compound, amino acrylate is formed for removal of amino group. So serine is converted to pyruvate without involving oxidation process. So this is called non-oxidative deamination process. Let's move on to the next reaction, that is decarboxylation process, where amino acid is converted to its amines by removal of carboxyl group from it. So this process is called decarboxylation. Examples are conversion of L-glutamic acid to gamma-aminobutyric acid and L-histidine to histamine. If the carboxyl group amino acid has two carboxyl or more than that, then it will be giving same another type of amino acid. If the amino acid has only single carboxyl group, then it will be giving amines of that particular amino acid. So this is how decarboxylation process occurs. For this you can refer TCA cycle, where we have already come across two reactions involving oxidative decarboxylation process. With this we have come to the end of today's discussion discussing regarding general reactions of amino acids. So what is transamination? Conversion of amino acid to keto acid and keto acid to amino acid. What is deamination? Conversion of amino acid to only keto acid. What is decarboxylation? Conversion of amino acid to its amines. Okay. So this is about general reactions of amino acid metabolism. Let's discuss the next part of amino acid metabolism in the next class. Thank you all for patient listening.